The Portland Trailblazers being the 13th seed means two things. The season is over and Dame should run from the grind, but also the Blazers actually have pretty high odds of landing the number 1 overall pick and drafting Victor Wembanyama. So today, we're going to be looking at if that exact scenario happens. And to ensure us to get some more losses, Ryan Arcidiacono is going to be starting at the point guard for us, and we're going to shut down Dame for the season so we can get some rest and we can get ready for another year where hopefully we'll actually be competing for the playoffs. Now, Dame had a really good season this year, probably one of the best of his career, so it's unfortunate to see it wasted. And in the draft lottery, we actually moved up a lot. We were projected to get the 6th overall pick, but ultimately ended up getting 2nd overall. And of course, this video is going to be rigged for the Blazers to get Wembanyama, so I'm going to go out, make a trade, and then Wembanyama will be a Portland Trailblazer. Imagine if the Thunder got Wembanyama, though. That'd be absolutely wild. After making this trade, everything else is going to be automated. The team is going to decide what happens from here. They'll make their free agency signings and do everything else. But having Victor Wembanyama alongside Damian Lillard should be enough to make this team a contender, especially like next season or the season after that once he starts to develop more. But Damian Lillard is starting to hit regression in 2K, and honestly, I just didn't want to have that happen, and so we're going to put his peak end age up to the age of 38 so that we can see him play some great years of basketball alongside Wembanyama. And the thing is, this season, Dame showed no signs of slowing down. We're going to put him back up to his original overall at the start of this video of 95 and let him hoop with Victor Wembanyama. Now, this team definitely still has some work left, but they should at least be a playoff team this season, in my opinion. They're also starting Shadon Sharpe, so, I mean, that's interesting. He has a lot of potential. He's thrown down some really cool dunks. His vertical is about 49 inches higher than mine. Darius Garland got the MVP. Victor Wembanyama was the Rookie of the Year, and it wasn't a crazy rookie season, but like he's with some other great scorers like Dame, like Anthony Simons, and of course Quinn Snyder is the Coach of the Year. If you don't know, ever since they got Quinn Snyder, the Hawks have been absolutely cracked in 2K. In the first play-in tournament round, something like that, bro. The way I said that was crazy. But anyway, we end up getting out of the play-in. You see what happened. We beat the Kings, and then we beat somebody else. I don't remember. And now we're facing the Lakers here in the first round. Damian Lillard had another great season, 25.6 points per game. Victor Wembanyama, like I said, a little bit underwhelming for his rookie year, but we had some other guys scoring, and I guess it was good enough for us to make the play-in. Hopefully next year will be better, let's be honest, because, like, our team, it seems like we're kind of too good to be a play-in roster. The Lakers are here as the number 1 seed, and with LeBron and AD along with Max Christie as their big 3, I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be able to win, but hopefully we can make something happen. And we're up 3-1, so okay, Dame? All right, we go ahead and we win in the first round. Damian Lillard does his thing against the Lakers. Really good playoff series. Anthony Simons. We had Jeremy Grant hooping for us. Really nice series. Now, Wembanyama, his first playoff series was, it was all right. But hey, it was good enough for us to make the second round, which, I mean, that's progress. Last year, we weren't even in the playoffs. And in the next round, we've got the Timberwolves, and, like, they're a cool team, but I feel like we should have a chance against them, given that we just beat I guess not. Like, can we make the 3-1? No? Like, how do we beat that Lakers team with Bron and AD? And, like, no offense, but we lost to Rudy Gobert and Cat. I mean, also Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards might be the best player on the Timberwolves at this point, but Victor Wembanyama, first playoff series or playoff run was... yeah, it wasn't good, I'm not going to lie. But you know what? It was the rookie jitters. He was a little nervous on the big stage, and next year it'll all be okay. And of course, the Atlanta Hawks win the NBA championship. Wow, W Realism 2K. No offense if you're a Hawks fan, but I don't even think y'all are going to win a championship by the end of the 2024 season. Shadon Sharpe takes a big jump. Wembanyama takes a big jump. Simons goes up 1 for us. Jeremy Grant goes down 1. I'd like if we traded him because that contract is going to look a little rough. rough if he starts reaching like the 70s, and that'll probably happen because the regression in 2K, like they just don't like some older guys in the league. They always have these guys regressing, except for LeBron James. LeBron's usually pretty good, like till he's like 40, 41. He starts at a 98. All right, bro, stop talking about Bron, Danny. Shut up. Just talk about the video. Victor Wembanyama, in just his second season, is all defensive. And this is exactly what you would want from Wembanyama if you're the Blazers. The Blazers have always been a good offensive team, but they could never guard a parked car. They were letting everybody to the rim. They're giving up open jump shots. They just can't play defense very well. So having a defender at Wembanyama's level would be absolutely great. And of course, his versatile offensive talent would be huge for a team like the Blazers, or really for any team. And speaking of offense, this year he takes a pretty solid jump in scoring, over 15 a game, hoping to see him crack 20 next year. I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a high expectation to have, but I mean, he's Victor Wembanyama. We also did end up adding Jordan Clarkson. Seems like we made a couple trade moves throughout the season. I was going to check on that. And as you can see, we ended up trading Brandon Clark and Ricky Rubio to add Jordan Clarkson and Justin Lewis. Not sure how much I like that considering we're getting older with trading away Brandon Clark for Jordan Clarkson. And also Ricky Rubio was in the trade, so he's an older guy. But I think Brandon Clark could have been a solid building block for this team, at least like a bench guy for us. And in round one, we've got the Rockets. And this team's kind of good and not exactly the team I'd want to see in the first round. I mean, I know they're a young, inexperienced team, but that doesn't matter. It's 2K. Come on now. And we do get up 3-2 and end up winning in 6, so maybe I shouldn't have been scared. And now we've got Curry versus Dame. And it looks like the Warriors don't have Klay Thompson anymore, so that kind of helps. Or he just regressed a bunch because at this point we're in 2025. But we are trying to fight, we're down 3-1, and yeah, we lose in 5. I mean, it's all right, bro. We lost to old man Curry, and we had a Cavs-Warriors finals. Darius Garland ends up winning the finals MVP. Damian Lillard, Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe. That's going to be our core here. I'm excited for this core of players. I am going to be sure that Dame and Wembanyama stay on the team. I'll give them a contract extension or whatever just by editing their contracts so they have more years on their deals. But for Anthony Simons and Shaedon Sharpe, I'm going to let the team make the decision on what they want to do with those guys. If they want to trade them for some reason or let them go in free agency, then that'll be the team's decision to make. But Victor Wembanyama, I wanted him to get over 20 a game this year. He's an all-star, and it looks like he's going to do that. At least halfway through the season, he was over 20 points per game. Scoot is a 6-man in OKC. Imagine if they would have got Wembanyama. They also have DPOY, Chet Holmgren. Oh, man, that team's going to be rough. And Victor Wembanyama is All-NBA second team in just his third season. Really good year for Victor Wembanyama. We saw a major jump from him, and the team did solid at 47-35. We were kind of close to being a 50-win team. And also, when you look at the stats, Wembanyama was right there, almost cracking 20 points per game. Damian Lillard was over 20, and then we had more of our guards going out there and scoring. Jeremy Grant still providing us with about 15 a game. Hopefully, we won't see too much regression from him because that could hurt us at the power forward spot. And Jordan Clarkson, he's starting to regress for us. We also have Dennis Schroeder, Keon Johnson, Trenton Watford. I mean, a pretty cool roster, I guess. We're here. We're the 5 seed against the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavs have done better than you'd expect in the simulation because, if Kyrie leaves the Mavs, I'm not going to lie, they're probably cooked. They traded their draft pick, and they also traded second-round picks and some of their better defenders, probably some of their best defenders. If they lose Kyrie in free agency this year, they're cooked. And by the way, we got cooked by them, so who am I to talk? But going into this next season, there's no reason to think that we shouldn't be even better. I mean, we've got Victor Wembanyama going up and Shaedon Sharpe going up. We got Dame, and of course, we got Anthony Simons. So this should be a big year for us. Hopefully, this can be our year. Victor Wembanyama is the defensive player of the year, and he's averaging almost 25 points per game. Really good season for Mr. Wembanyama. 7'4" is so crazy, bro. Imagine all the riz he has just off the fact that he's 7. All right, bro, shut up. I'm making a 2K video talking about riz. Damian Lillard's below 20 points per game this year. We also added Emmanuel Quickley. Solid pickup for us. We were able to get him on a minimum deal, so we'll definitely take that. he will be good for us as a scorer. I mean, another guard, at least he's good defensively, but I know Victor Wembanyama's having nightmares about guards on this team just getting blown by and blowing defensive assignments, because defensively, oh my goodness, bro, this team would be getting cooked. Wembanyama would have to do so much on defense for this roster, and we end up losing to the Denver Nuggets in a Game 7. Nobody even drops 20 points in this final game, and Victor Wembanyama had a rough Game 7. Maybe Wembanyama's on fraud watch based on these playoffs so far. Kevin Durant is now on the Sacramento Kings, and they almost won a championship. Hey, you didn't have a super team this time, Mr. KD. Bro, what am I talking about? But yeah, he didn't have a super team this time, so yeah, no ring. All right, guys, I'm joking. But, like, if you like the video so far and you enjoy my sorry attempts at humor and me laughing at my own terrible jokes, you should consider subscribing. Victor Wembanyama, DPOY, we were really good this season. Maybe this can be our year. I've said it many years before, but hopefully this can actually be our year. We're here as the second seed. Now, the Thunder, they were just a teensy-weensy bit better than us, but you know what? It's okay. What really matters is the playoffs, and you all have seen our track record in the playoffs, so we might be cooked, but we'll have to see. Maybe this can be a different team for us. We were starting that voice crack was crazy. We were starting a guy named Art Ryder at the power forward spot. He's only a 75 overall, so yeah, there's that. But, you know, we've got a lot of guards. Like I said, I know Victor Wembanyama's tired of having to carry this defense, but here we are. We've got the Memphis Grizzlies, and this first round series should be easy, but of course it's not. We're headed to a Game 7 against the Memphis Grizzlies. And in Game 7, we've got a back and forth in the fourth quarter. Probably should have hopped into this one, but it wasn't that close. I mean, we won by like 8 points, and Dame and Wembanyama, see, this is what we want to see. We want to see them be a 1-2 punch, the dynamic duo like Batman and Robin, or peanut butter and jelly, or strawberries and milk. Yo, what am I talking about? We've got the Pelicans versus the Blazers here. Yo, the Pelicans are ridiculous. Like, who is this point guard they have? He's some auto-generated guy, and he's absolutely cracked. They've got Abraham Love. He's a 90 overall. They've got Dyson. Like, this is not fair, 2K. How is this legal? What happened to morals? Like, look at this team. Are you serious? Like, bro, they're absolutely ridiculous. We might be cooked. I don't care if they're a lower seed than us. We're regular season frauds. Let's be honest. Just get out of here. Go. You might as well pack your bags and go ready for vacation in Arkansas. Cause bro, it's over. It's over. We're done. Like, I don't even know how that series was a 6-game series. That should have been a sweep. We shouldn't even showed up to play. How did they lose to the Cavs? The Cavs are too good. Like, we don't even have any hope, bro. Dame, if you see this video, please, I'm begging you, walk into the Portland Trailblazers office and demand a trade. There's no hope, even if y'all get Victor Wembanyama. I mean, he's the MVP, so maybe this is our year, guys. Bro. And Scoot Henderson is still the 6th man in OKC, by the way, and this is in 2029. Victor's the MVP, so Scoot, he's probably developed a ton, but they're just that team, and they're that ridiculous that somehow Scoot is coming off the bench. And this year, Vic led the team in scoring once again. Damian Lillard right behind him. Anthony Simons also over 20 points per game. Shadon Sharp almost cracked 20 points per game. A ridiculous, what do you call that, big four? Like, that's crazy. We got a lot of guys scoring for us. But the Thunder, 68 wins on the season. Like, bro, look at this team. They have how many 90 overalls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, bro, like, do you see these auto-generated guys they've drafted? They've just become insane. Like, this is not fair. And in round number 1, we got the Mavs, but nothing really matters unless we can get past this OKC team. Round 2, we got the Kings. We lost to the Kings. Man. Like, this is so bad. And the Thunder, of course, they make the finals and they win. I mean, their team's ridiculous. We're going to have to get past them if we want to win a ring. And Dame is 39 years old at this point. Wembanyama's doing all he can, winning MVPs and stuff. But, like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. You've got a super team out here. I'm pretty sure Bruno, who just won Sixth Man of the Year, was the Finals MVP last year. And also, I'm pretty sure he's like a 95 overall or higher. How is it fair that he's a sixth man? All right, let me stop complaining, though. We just got to do what we can do. We're the third seed. You know, we had over 50 wins, a great season, but probably not good enough. I mean, look at the comp we have to face. Victor Wembanyama, Dame do their thing. I mean, at least we've been able to keep together like our core four guys, so that's good, but it hasn't really done too much for us. Maybe we should have traded one of the guards, like not Dame, of course, but like Shadon or Anthony Simons, so that way we could have got like somebody else who, you know, like was bigger or could play some defense or some. I don't know, man. The Kings won a championship before us, like, bro. Like really, and no offense if you're a Kings fan, and we lost Shaedon Sharpe, bro. It might be over. It might be over. We'll see if we can do something. And the next season we picked up Anthony Edwards, so that's good. I didn't even show the season before that. It was just another year of playoff disappointment. So I mean, you all get the drill at this point. The Thunder just run the league. We'll see if we can somehow make something happen in this year's playoffs, I guess. But honestly, I doubt it. We'll see. Damian Lillard is also very old by this point. This is going to be his last season before he retires. We're here's the 2 seed, so it looks like we have a legitimate chance at making a run. But then again, look at some of these other teams, and I've said it before. Well, I'm always saying, oh, it might be our year. Yeah, we're 1 year away from being 1 year away or whatever. What's that one saying? And now we're just going to have to try to make something happen, I guess. This Thunder team's ridiculous. They've had more years to develop, and they won a lot of games this year, but we'll try to do something. And in round number 1, we've got a hard fight against the Pelicans. Like, can we not just like beat the teams that we're supposed to beat? They're a 7th seed. It should be light work. And we have Anthony Edwards alongside Dame and Wembanyama now. Like, Anthony Edwards is really good at basketball, so we should be good too. And now we've got the Kings who have Giannis now. That's cool, but hopefully we can beat them. Giannis is pretty old by this point. Damian Lillard's also very old by this point, but we'll see if we can do something here. While we're simulating this series, if you're still watching the video, you made it pretty far. Let me know your favorite ice cream flavor in the comments. Me personally, I really like chocolate ice cream. I know that's probably a basic pick, and also shout out to my lactose intolerant people. I don't know what y'all eat, but you can let me know in the comment section what type of concoctions y'all cook up because you can't eat ice cream. All right, we've got the Memphis Timberwolves, something like that, bro. We're far in the video. Y'all get the point. We're going to a Game 7 here, and we actually end up getting a close one. This is to advance to the finals. Please, Damian Lillard, come through. This Dame time thing, you know, where you tap your wrist and the watch and stuff. We need you, and that's not a good foul to commit here. We're sending Jabari Smith Jr. to the line, and he ends up making both. So we kind of need a 3. I mean, if we want to take the lead, we take a 3. If we want to tie, we take a 2. And when Wembanyama has the ball, post fade. Oh my gosh, bro! Like, we've been simulating for so many years. What was that one song with Lil Durk? And it was like, I'll be balling till 2040. Like, that's what's happened in this video. Please make the shot. It's over. It's over. Like, why? Why are we so bad? I've simulated. It's probably been like 10 years, something like that, and we can't even win. Like, we can't even make a finals. You had Victor Wembanyama, Dame. Please, if you see this video, I am begging you. Request a trade. Run from the grind. Nobody's going to blame you. You've been hooping since, like, you know, people who were born when you were drafted, they're probably like 37 years old by now. That's how long you've been on the Portland Trailblazers. And y'all haven't made a finals. Nobody blames you if you run from the grind, okay, Damian? That's my message to you. That's it for the video, though, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.